Hi, my name is Rayleigh, and this is my research paper on teen pregnancy. And this is my audience. Okay. Hello, guys. Today I will be talking about teen pregnancy and the cause and effects of teen pregnancy. I'll also give you guys a little insight of information about myself because I am a teen mom of 2, so I'll give you that towards the end. So I will start off by stating, do you know what teen pregnancy is? Anybody? No? Okay. Teen pregnancy is when 2 adolescent teenagers are rushed into having sexual intercourses because they haven't had the birds and the bees talks with their parents. It's also about teen pregnancy is also about like teenagers who are from the age like 13 and up to 19 getting ready to learn about themselves, their sexual reproductive health system, periods and growth spurts, and the guys learn about their periods and growth spurts. Guys don't have periods, sorry. Anyways, so just so you guys know, teen pregnancy is a real big cause in the world of America because it's one of the biggest like topics that talks about because of how they just are popping out babies left and right. You know, when I was in high school, all my friends just were popping out babies left and right, and they were like 13, 14, 15 years old. And I was like, oh my gosh, how are you having a baby and where you just started high school? And they go on and talk about their lives, how they thought they could take care of kids and it'll be easy and they'll find love and all this shenanigans. Well, that's not the case. When you are ready to have a kid, you have to make sure you have all the tools you need. You gotta make sure you have a support system. You also gotta make sure that you have the living conditioning that you are able to provide for this child. So, to go into that deeper, you just gotta make sure that when you have a boyfriend for the first time, that you just don't have sex within like the first month of meeting them because you are gonna have a baby. You're just fertile, okay? I learned from my mistakes. I waited till I was 18 years old to have my first kid. Usually when you have like your first kid, it's usually at the age of 13 is when it starts. That's when you guys are between 10 and 13 because you start to get your period and then you get all freaked out like, oh my gosh, what do I do with myself? And then it goes on to, okay, now that I'm becoming this young adult, I gotta talk about with my parents about the birds and the bees. Sometimes it helps if you talk about it. Sometimes you don't have that privilege or the other parent to talk about because it's just awkward and not a lot of teenagers want to talk about that. So one thing about teen pregnancy is that it's not, what is it? Sorry, lost my train of thought. One thing about teen pregnancy is that it's a big risk factor when when becoming pregnant and having a baby because as you go and have these sexual intercourses with people, you don't realize the causes, that the damage of your body and the infections that you get from it. You also don't realize how bad it is when you don't have the support system. So therefore, as in adding to that is that you go ahead and say, yes, me and my boyfriend were pregnant and we haven't been together for 2 months. It's not gonna be what you think it's gonna be about because it's just gonna be, your boyfriend's gonna be like, oh, well, I don't wanna take care of this baby because I'm not a fit parent. And then you're gonna be all in your feeling depressed because you don't have that emotional support from your boyfriend. You're gonna be depressed because now your family's finding out that you're pregnant and you're scared to tell them. And it's just all in your head and it causes mental health issues. It's a big, big thing. Also with teen pregnancy is that it takes about $240,000 to take care of one kid by yourself in this, like the state of Nevada. I got that source from Planned Parenthood and also from the CDC guidelines. They talk about the breakdowns on how to prepare for teen pregnancy and also what to look out for. So always be protected, guys. You just want to make sure you are protected with birth control, you're being protected with condoms, getting your checkups that you're supposed to get after having sex. Also, it's not a scary thing if you do your research on it. So like, for example, me, when I was 18, I thought I could take care of my daughter by myself because my siblings, my sisters, all had kids by the time they were 13 to 18 years old, and I helped raise those kids. So I was like, oh, I'll be a fit mom because I take care of my nieces and nephews. I can take care of my own child. Well, as I got to that stage in my life where I finally gave birth, I thought me and her dad would be together forever, be like high school sweethearts, but in the end, it didn't work out. And then I went on, took care of her, and then I was like, okay, time for another baby. But I wasn't ready at the time. I had my second baby when I was 21, and that was a little complicated because me and the other parent didn't work out after the baby was born, just because they just were so insecure about themselves and thought that, you know, they weren't ready for a kid, and it's like, they are, like, we're having this baby, we got to get ready for it. Also, I just want to let you guys know that normally, once you have your first kid, by the time you're, say, 19 to 23, you're already going to have your second baby just because you're so fertile after having your first baby. And then also that you guys, like, I want to let you know that when you're having a baby and you find out you're pregnant, just make sure you take good care of yourself. Make sure that you are taking your prenatal pills, your vitamins, because if you don't, your baby can have complications in the end. So you can have high-risk pregnancy for anemia. You can have preeclampsia of pregnancy, which is really bad. You can have a C-section where the baby comes out stillborn, or you can have miscarriages, and that's also really bad for teen pregnancy. And that's where it comes into, like, very important about what you know about teen pregnancy, because most teenagers just, I think it's, what is it? It's the, give me 1 second. Okay, yeah. It's about 13 or 14% of teenagers that find out that they're pregnant, they automatically go to women's health centers and they go and get abortions because they feel like that now that they're just getting into high school and getting into middle school, that they're gonna have a kid, they can't take care of it, so therefore they go and have abortions. And that's kind of sad because we don't want that. And then last thing to know about teen pregnancy that I researched was most of the kids that are between the ages of 13 to 19, they're either in middle school or high school, and they don't usually finish high school after they find out they're pregnant because of the effects it has on your body. With the morning sickness for the women, they have morning sickness, so it doesn't let them, you know, finish school. Their body aches, and then also, you know, them just being absent from school. The school doesn't let you guys finish. So therefore, that's all I wanted to tell you guys about teen pregnancy. Teen pregnancy is a big issue globally, and we should have more knowledge about it and teach our children the birds and the bees so we can prevent unsafe sex. Thank you. Here's my audience.